Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today's the 9th of August 2023 and to be honest, the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has marginally picked up pace and the global cryptocurrency market is up by $1.18 trillion. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what is going on in the world of global cryptocurrency market. And to be honest, in today's episode, I'm going to be focusing mostly on stablecoins. And yesterday, guys, I actually talked about PayPal. They were on the verge of launching stablecoin called as PYUSD, and to be honest, via LinkedIn, I'm seeing so many posts regarding PayPal launching the stablecoins, and it looks like everyone has become experts on stablecoins. And in today's episode, I'll be discussing quite a lot regarding stablecoins. And the first news is regarding a stablecoin bill that is actually being put forward by a Republican chair of the US House Committee of Financial Services, that is Patrick McHenry. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what that stablecoin is. And to be honest, I'm also going to be discussing if stablecoins are actually following the ethos of open blockchain. So quite a lot to discuss regarding stablecoins, particularly in the world of stable bill. And the second news, guys, is regarding Circle, and this is a really technological advancement, and what they are doing is they have actually going ahead and launching MPC wallet, that is multi-party computation wallet. And guys, listen, if you're a developer, this news is absolutely massive because now you can go ahead and build things on Circle USDC. And yesterday in my Crypto and Coffee Date podcast, I also talked about Hedera Hashgraph. They were getting into the stablecoin game as well. And yesterday they had scheduled a video that did actually go live a few hours ago where they went ahead and explained what is the stablecoin. So in today's episode, I'll very briefly touch base on that and we'll go ahead and discuss the future of stablecoins. And finally, guys, the next news is also regarding stablecoins, which is to do with Ripple stablecoin. But unfortunately, it looks like they're facing some hurdles, and they're facing some hurdles in Island country in the western region in Republic of Palua. And Paluan, guys, is a Malaysian Polynesian language native to the Republic of Palua. So it looks like stablecoins is definitely the talk of the town this particular week. Now the final news for today, guys, is all the way from El Salvador. And to be honest, this is a really brilliant and positive news, and that is to do with Binance. And it looks like Binance has received 2 licenses in El Salvador, so we'll definitely go ahead and break down that news. And like we do in every Crypto and Coffee Date podcast, I'm going to be dissecting 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And the first news is regarding the UAE government, and listen to this, 95% of federal court cases in quarter 2023 were conducted remotely, and I'm going to go ahead and explore where does blockchain technology fit into it. So definitely powerful news. And the second news, guys, is regarding an event that is taking place in October, between the 4th and 5th of October, and this news is more to do with artificial intelligence, and there is a summit that is actually taking place called as TimeAI. So in today's episode, I'll go ahead and give out more information about it. So quite a lot of cover, guys, in today's episode, so let's kick start with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee Date, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as you kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee Date has something for you. Our expert host will provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. We'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us, from the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies. We'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee Date. So tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee Date, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee Date, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates, and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events, and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee at 8 aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE and Middle East region. Now before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the Blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media Guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Shalhoub Group, a luxury retail and distributor which is headquartered in Dubai, are getting into the NFT game. And here's the deal, guys. They are not just getting into the NFT and metaverse space, they are going to be shaping the NFT, metaverse and Web 3.0 space, which I believe is excellent not just for Dubai and UAE, but also for the global cryptocurrency community as well. And guys, Shalhoub Group's Web 3.0 sneaker brand called Soulmates revealed their first NFT collection on the 12th of April. Now what is really interesting is that it's called as Soulmates, so it's spelled as S for sugar, O for orange, L for Larry. Now instead of E, they have replaced it with Web3, and it is the number 3, mates.xyz. And guys, listen, Shalhoub Group has over half a century's worth of experience in luxury goods, and then getting into the NFT space is a massive deal. Now if you're a sneakerhead, you definitely need to check out soulmates.xyz. And once again, guys, the number is 3 instead of an E. It has all the information, and in the show notes below, you'll get all the information. And listen, guys, if you want to be an early adopter, you can also pre-mint it at www.premint.xyz/soulmates. So definitely check it out. And they have a Discord community as well. And guys, Nick, who is the head of corporate innovation at Shalhoub Group and also the co-founder of Soulmates, has a WhatsApp group where he constantly provides updates in the area of NFTs, Metaverse and Web 3.0. So guys, check out soulmates.xyz and be part of the Soulmates OG NFT that is definitely going to shape the industry. Next, Startup OI is global one tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally
to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now guys, since we've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. And since the last 24 hours, guys, the total cryptocurrency market volume has definitely picked up pace, and it is up by 1.70%. Now the volume is still ridiculously low, only at $35.75 billion. Now since the last 24 hours, it is up by 9.19%, bringing the global cryptocurrency market volume at $1.18 trillion. Now to be honest, guys, these numbers are definitely not great, but considering the numbers that we saw on Monday and Tuesday, this definitely sounds a little bit better. And even the total value locked in DeFi is gone up by over $1.5 billion, and it is currently at $41.61 billion. To be honest, this is nothing to be proud about, because the volume in DeFi, guys, is still ridiculously low and less than $3 billion, and it is currently at $2.75 billion. Now Lido is still dominating, and its total value locked is 15.07%. Now if you look at the decentralized exchange to centralized exchange dominance, it currently stands at 12.86%. Now all these things being said, guys, so far as DeFi is concerned, it is still accounting for a lesser percentage of the total cryptocurrency market volume, and as of today, it is accounting for only 7.69% of the total cryptocurrency market volume. Now let's quickly break down the 24-hour volume of DeFi protocols, and the number one protocol, guys, is Uniswap, and the 24-hour volume is $763.28 million. The second, guys, is Curve Finance, and the volume is $302.28 million. The third protocol is PancakeSwap at $219.89 million, followed by Balancer at $76.24 million, and finally, guys, Maverick Protocol at $75.29 million. Now my big question, guys, is when there is news regarding stablecoins, how does it get connected with DeFi protocols? To be honest, guys, DeFi protocols should be in opposition to stablecoins, and what they should be fighting for is people to go out and use DeFi protocols as opposed to stablecoins. Because look, guys, stablecoin issuers are literally playing the role of a bank when they're going ahead and issuing these coins, and later on in the episode I'll go ahead and discuss the key difference between stablecoins versus open blockchain. And to be honest, one of the things that worries me the most regarding stablecoins is the volume is ridiculously low, and it accounts for over 90% of the 24-hour volume. If you look at the numbers today, the volume of all stablecoins is $33.71 billion, and stablecoins accounts for 94.34% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And guys, listen, if you look at the matrix, the total cryptocurrency market volume is $35.75 billion. Out of that, stablecoins account for $33.71 billion. Definitely not right. And as I mentioned several times in my Crypto and Coffee Date podcast, guys, is stablecoin issuers do have the ability to go ahead and censor or stop your transactions, which we'll definitely touch base later on. Now let's quickly run through the volume of stablecoins, and Tether USDT is still clearly an outlier, and its 24-hour volume is $25.85 billion. Circle USDC, guys, its 24-hour volume is $3.35 billion, and finally Binance BUSD, its volume is $1.57 billion. But one of the scariest metrics, guys, which I'd really urge you to check, is the market cap of Binance BUSD. It is down to $3.39 billion. To be honest, this is one of the most scariest matrix, particularly in the world of stablecoins, and might just be in the world of cryptocurrencies as well. At one point of time, Binance BUSD's market cap was on the verge of crossing the $16 billion mark, and because of SEC aggressively going after them, the market cap of Binance BUSD has been on a decline. And to be honest guys, what worries me the most is the price of Binance BNB coin, because unfortunately Binance BNB coin's price is relatively consistent. That should not happen. I would have been okay if the price of Binance BNB coin would have gone down. This would actually mean that the market is actually playing how it's intended to be. But the fact that Binance BNB's market cap is constant, it just gives an idea that there might be some centralized entity or some individual who's manipulating the price of Binance BNB. But once again, I'm hoping I'm 100% wrong on this. Now before we look at the price of Binance BNB coin, let me very quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now Bitcoin's market cap has definitely picked up pace, and it is currently at $578 billion. And Ethereum's market cap is $223 billion. And look guys, if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin has definitely picked up pace since the last 24 hours, which just means that people are buying a lot of Bitcoin, which is absolutely great. The 24-hour trading volume of Ethereum hasn't been changed quite a lot since the last 24 hours, and it is only at $5.81 billion. The dominance of Bitcoin is 48.90%, whereas Ethereum is at 18.90%. Next, let's quickly look at the market cap of interoperability protocol. And what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be breaking down one of the protocols or projects called as Quant. And if you look at interoperability, it is clearly an outlier and leading the pack, and its market cap is $1.23 billion, and the price for Quant is $101.79. So in today's episode, I'll definitely go and explain what is Quant protocol, how does it work, who are the founding members, and what is the circulation, supply, and quite a lot of other. The second protocol is called as Moonbeam, and its market cap is $160 million. So look at the difference between the first and the second. Number one is Quant with $1.23 billion, and the second one is at $160 million, and the project is called as Moonbeam. The third one is Synapse, and its market cap is $109 million, and the price is 0.54 cents. The fourth one is called Keep Network, and its market cap is $62.59 million. To be honest, I haven't even heard about this network, to be honest. I definitely need to go and check and find out more information regarding it. And its price is 0.1114 cents. And the fifth protocol is a protocol called as REN, and its market cap is $60.11 million, and the price is 0.00601 cents. If you look at the dominance between Quant and other interoperability protocol, Quant has a dominance of 61.23%. So I thought, in today's episode, let me go ahead and break down what Quant is, because having so much of dominance might sound great, but it need not be ideal as well. Because remember guys, we're talking about decentralization and distributed nature of cryptocurrencies and blockchain protocol. So let me just give out more information on what Quant is. And the ticker symbol for Quant is QNT, that is Q for Quebec, N for Nancy, and T for Tango. Quant tries to solve the interoperability challenge, and the blockchain space, as we know, is filled with various projects and networks, each with its own set of rules and protocols. However, these networks often struggle to communicate with each other and share data effectively, and this lack of interoperability hampers the potential of blockchain technology to revolutionize, and Quant addresses this challenge by introducing Overledger, and essentially Overledger acts as a versatile bridge between different blockchains, and Overledger isn't just another blockchain itself, rather it is an operating system that sits above existing blockchains, facilitating communication and interaction between them. Imagine Overledger as an operating system for blockchains. So just as computers' operating system allows various applications to run and communicate, Overledger works in a similar way, and they enable different blockchains to communicate and work together. This also means that blockchains like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Hyperledger, and many can seamlessly interact through Overledger. And they also have multi-chain applications, so developers can use Overledger to build multi-chain applications, also called as maps or MAPPS, and these are like regular applications, but they can harness the power of multiple blockchain. For instance, the map with a double P could utilize features from Ethereum, interact with data on Bitcoin blockchain, and collaborate with other networks within a single applications. This is powerful use case, isn't it? And Overledger introduces layers that facilitate different aspects of interaction. So they have a transaction layer that actually ensures smooth transaction processing across blockchain, They have a messaging layer that actually handles secure communication between different blockchains, and they also have filtering and ordering layer that actually manages the organization of messages between blockchain. And finally, guys, shared and reference message application that actually allows applications to share and reference messages, enhancing data exchange. And similar to app stores that we find on smartphones, Quant offers a platform for developers to create and share maps. And to be honest, this democratizes access to blockchain technology, enabling developers to leverage various blockchain networks without actually needing any expertise in each and every one of them. So in handling Q&T payments flowing from users to gateways, this community actually ensures accountability through well-defined processes, and this distributed involvement enhances the network robustness. So in summary, Quant and its over-ledger system aims to bridge the gap between different blockchains, enabling them to interact seamlessly and creating a more interconnected and powerful blockchain ecosystem. And over-ledger's innovative approach to creating an operating system for blockchain unlocks new possibilities for developers and paves the way for future where blockchain technology work together harmoniously. Now guys, let me very briefly run through what the tokenomics are and how many tokens are there in circulation. And Q&T is a utility token. It is essentially a method for payment for quant services and mostly used as a means for over-ledger users to pay the fees as well. And every client and developer must buy a license and can use Q&T to pay for transactions. And this requires the tokens to be locked out for 12 months, and the cost of running the gateways and performing, that is reading, writing operations in over-ledger, requires the use of Q&T tokens. And the maximum supply of Q&T tokens is set at 14,612,493 tokens, and to be honest, this is one of the reasons why the price is so high, isn't it? Now let me very briefly run through how the Q&T tokens were split, because 9.9 million Q&T tokens were sold to the public during the ICO, 2.6 million tokens were assigned to company reserves to keep the project running, 1.3 Q&T tokens were reserved for the company founders, and 651,000 Q&T tokens were issued to the company advisors. And currently the circulating supply of Q&T token is 12,072,738, and the extra 2 million tokens are held by the company, and these tokens are going to be unlocked and can be sold or issued at any point of time as and when the company seems fit. So those are some basic level information regarding Quant, which actually deals with interoperability. Now let's discuss the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And since the last 24 hours, it has marginally picked up pace by 2.67%, and this is not a lot, but nonetheless definitely some positive movement, I guess. And the price of Bitcoin is $29,778, and since the last 7 days it is up by 1.76%. Ethereum gas is $1,857, and since the last 24 hours it is up by 1.74%, and since the last 7 days it is up by 0.30%. Now the price of Binance BNB Coin gas is $245, and later on we'll definitely discuss some positive news regarding Binance, and that is to do with El Salvador. Now look guys, 2023 is definitely not looking the best year for Binance, but at the same time they're definitely heading towards partnership. But one thing which worries me regarding Binance BNB Coin is the price is extremely consistent. This does not seem to be right. Now since the last 24 hours it is still up by 1.47%, and since the last 7 days it is down by 0.39%. Now look, this entire week there is massive news circulating regarding stablecoins, and because of yesterday's news about PayPal planning to launch their own stablecoin called as USD, Republican Patrick T. McConaughey, who's the chair of the U.S. House Committee of Financial Services, is actually planning to work on a bill, and according to the statement, McHenry does actually believe that stablecoins are the pillar of the 21st century payment system. However, what he states is that stablecoins should be regulated in order to meet the potential. Now to be honest guys, I really am not sure if that is the right statement. So Patrick McConaughey made a statement about PayPal launching a stablecoin for payments, and this stablecoin will follow new regulations outlined in the Clarity for Payment Stablecoins Act. Now what I'd really recommend you to do is, in the show notes below, I've gone ahead and mentioned the Clarity for Stablecoins Act, which actually aims to ensure safe and consistent rules for stablecoin issuers and protect consumers. This actually resembles the role of a bank, isn't it? Now McHenry does actually believe that if stablecoins operate under clear regulations, they could become an important part of a modern payment system. I kind of agree to it, but I kind of disagree to it as well, because when you talk about being part of a modern payment system, Bitcoin actually should be replacing stablecoins, but nonetheless, he did actually emphasize the need for comprehensive digital asset regulations, including stablecoins, to keep the US at the forefront of financial innovation, and the Clarity of Payment Stablecoins Act acknowledges the role of the United States in regulating digital assets and aims to build on successful state regulations, and he also urges the Congress to continue bipartisan efforts to pass legislations that supports the future of the US banking system. Now listen, stablecoins are definitely better than, let's say, the FedNow project or the Central Bank Digital Currency project. Now it's important to note, guys, that the bill protects consumers by establishing necessary federal guardrails while at the same time fostering innovation in the US through a tailored approach for a new entrant into the marketplace. Now there are two ways of looking at it. This news might definitely be great for the stablecoins, but if they were to ask AML, if they were to ask KYC, why would you want to use stablecoins? Why not use Tether USDT instead? Now mind you, I'm a massive advocate of regulations, but you always need to compare, let's say, stablecoins with Bitcoin, which is an open blockchain. So let me very briefly run through some of the key pillars of open blockchain. And listen, guys, it's so critical to understand that any blockchain protocol or cryptocurrencies do meet each of these criteria, and Andreas Antonopoulos in YouTube has, if not one of the most important videos explaining the basics of open blockchain. So the first one, guys, is open source, which means the source code needs to be completely open. The second point is permissionless. So in order to use Bitcoin or, let's say, open blockchain protocol, you do not require any permission. But let's say if the payment stablecoin acts go through, I'm pretty much sure they're going to be asking KYC, they're going to be asking AML. Now to be honest, that isn't bad, but I'm just saying what are the pillars of open blockchain. The third one is censorship resistant. And guys, listen, stablecoins can be 100% censored. And few weeks ago, we actually talked about how Tether USDT and Circle USDC did actually censor $65 million worth of transactions. Now, mind you, the intention for censoring these transactions were definitely great because they did identify some kind of hack and exploit. And because of that, they went ahead and censored these transactions. But knowing the notorious history of left-leaning administration and politicians, could it be possible that they can even go ahead and censor stable coins? Definitely possible, and that is unfortunately one of the ways how Clarity for Payment Stablecoins Act of 2023 might actually support censorship. And the next point, guys, is neutral. Now what neutral actually means, the value of using, let's say, Bitcoin is the same, let's say, if you're in Afghanistan, is the same if you are in UK, is the same if you're in Europe, India, China, or anywhere in the world. But when you talk about PayPal stablecoins, it's still not available in Middle Eastern regions. So the point regarding it being neutral is definitely kicked off so far as PayPal stablecoin is concerned. And the next point, guys, is borderless. And as we know, Bitcoin and open blockchain do not have any border, but permission blockchain or even PayPal stablecoins is restricted to a specific border. And finally, publicly verifiable. And this is such an important criteria because all Bitcoin transactions are publicly verifiable. Now my big question, guys, is when you talk about central bank digital currencies, could it be possible that these transactions are publicly verifiable? I definitely don't think so. So what I'd really recommend you to do is go to YouTube and look up for Andreas Antonopoulos, who's if not one of the greatest educators on Bitcoin and open blockchain, and he's also one of the greatest educators on Ethereum as well, and he does have a video explaining the pillars of open blockchain. Now mind you, guys, in that video, he does not mention publicly verifiable, because the video is well over 6 to 7 years old, but later on he's also advocating publicly verifiable as a pillar of open blockchain as well. Now yesterday I did talk about Hedera that were planning to actually go live on YouTube, and what I did, guys, before going ahead and recording this session, I went ahead and listened to that video. Now unfortunately, I must say that the audio quality that they released is absolutely horrendous. Looks like they were talking on speakers, but nonetheless they were actually going ahead and discussing the future of international money transfer, and they were talking about stablecoins, and they had 3 different types of proof of concept. They had proof of concept 1, proof of concept 2, and proof of concept 3, and looks like proof of concept 3 is kind of like a stablecoin that is being built on Hedera Hashgraph. And in that video, which is roughly only about 24 minutes or so, they had the team introduction, and they had quite a lot of people from different countries. They had a team from South Korea, they had someone from Taiwan, and they went ahead and discussed the distributed ledger technology, and they went ahead and discussed network for payments and international remittances, and how it is important to go ahead and use stable coins, because when you talk about, let's say, the working hours in current financial systems, let's say on a weekend, that's where all the transfers gets delayed, isn't it? And you tend to have higher fees. And more importantly, they also discussed when you talk about international transfers or remittances, all the systems need to be integrated at the same time. And as we know, different banks, they use different softwares. But let's say if you were to use stablecoins, it is extremely possible that there could be system integration, and all the banks all over the world are using a similar system. So that is some update regarding Hedera stablecoins. And they also discussed how stablecoins could actually work 24/7, and more importantly, guys, they went ahead and discussed how liquidity plays a real crucial factor. And in that video, they also had a demo of a transaction taking place between Korea to Thailand. And look, guys, I'm pretty much sure the next coming days, Hedera Hashgraph will definitely be getting into the stablecoin games as well. And look, guys, few days ago, I did actually talk about Ripple that was actually going ahead and launching its stablecoins, and they're also going ahead and getting into the central bank digital currency space as well. But looks like Ripple is facing some opposition, and Paluan Senator Mark Rudimick has called for an audit of Palua stablecoin pilot program, which was launched by the country's Minister of Finance, which was done in partnership in July with Ripple. Now, in a letter sent to the public, the auditors reported that the Paluan Senate had concerns regarding the constitutional, security, accountability, statutory authority, and oversight of the program. So it looks like Ripple stablecoin is definitely facing some opposition. Now, I'm pretty much sure once the technology is understood by them, they will definitely go and approve the stable coins. Now listen, I'm definitely not a massive advocate of stable coins, because what I really feel is that DeFi should be actually picking up pace and should definitely overtake stable coins. And when you talk about stable coins, one of the most important thing is the audit report. And listen to this, the audit should be done by the public, and the funds should be available 1-to-1 to the US dollar or 1-to-1 to whatever currency they are saying. And more importantly, the audit should be available 24/7, 365 days, not just during the audit. Those at least my thoughts on it. Now guys, let's discuss another news regarding Circle, and to be honest, this is a really technological advancement news, and that is regarding USDC. And guys, as you know, Circle is the issuer of USDC, and they have gone ahead and launched MPC wallet, that is multi-party computational wallet, and they're doing the beta version for Ethereum, Polygon, and Avalanche. And Patrick Hansen, who is the director of EU strategy and policy, did actually go to Twitter, and via Twitter he actually mentioned that programmable wallets beta is now available, and developers can now bring Web3 to the users with absolute ease, and developers can create blockchain experience and crypto wallets without worrying about complex Web3 details. And Circle's programmable wallet makes embedding secure wallets and seamless user experience extremely simple. And in the beta phase, Circle collaborated with early adopters like payment apps and NFT marketplaces to create a purpose-built wallet system that solves common launch challenges. So listen guys, if you're a developer or if you're a tech geek, I would definitely recommend you to check out Circle's developer resources to learn more about programmable wallets and how they simplify scaling apps for users. And you can also join Circle's roundtable discussion with its engineering, product, and development relations team to dive deeper into Circle's Web3 services and how to start using them. And the link is in the show notes below. So look at the show notes below, you'll find all of the tweets and all of the official blogs as well. So definitely powerful stuff. It's so critical to understand that MPC wallets are secured by splitting a user's private key into multiple shards and distributing them through a decentralized network. And to be honest, it's a new wallet technology and many Web3 developers have been using it. And MPC wallets can be accessed via an application programming interface, giving them a Web2 feel at the same time as well that some developers actually prefer to use. And according to the blog by Circle, the new service will allow developers to choose the best wallet security and control configurations. For example, some developers may want to host their own MPC nodes to ensure they are not completely reliant on Circle, while others may want to choose a simpler method of connecting to Circle's nodes. And developers can also choose to share transaction signing responsibilities with the users, allowing them to recover keys if users lose them, and they can make the product non-custodial by requiring users to sign every transaction. So definitely technological use case, to be honest. So if you're a developer, definitely go and check it out. Now guys, let's discuss a positive news regarding Binance. And as I mentioned earlier guys, 2023 is definitely not the best year for Binance, but looks like Binance is now live on El Salvador, and it did actually receive its first licensed crypto exchange. And with this news, Binance now has approvals and registrations in 18 markets worldwide, more than any other cryptocurrency exchange in the world, and they have licenses in France, Italy, Spain, Sweden, and recently in Dubai as well. So go to the official news via Twitter, and they've also mentioned a beautiful blog as well. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. Binance has been granted both a Bitcoin service provider license and the first non-provisional digital asset service provider license, allowing them to tailor-made products and services in the country. And to be honest, most likely because of this news, the price of Binance BNB coin might slightly pump up as well. So those are the news, some crypto and coffee date from Blockchain DXB. Now let's discuss two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And the first news, guys, is actually published by Emirates News Agency, and the website is www.wam.ae, and the news is stating that the UAE has 95% of federal court cases in 2023 conducted remotely. So the big question is, where does blockchain technology fit in? But nonetheless, this is absolutely beautiful and powerful news. And in Q1 of 2023, the UAE Ministry of Justice achieved significant progress in its digital transformation efforts, and 95% of federal court cases were conducted remotely during this period, which aligned with UAE's digital agenda, and all marriage services were completed digitally, reducing paperwork and enhancing user convenience. And notably, 99% of notary public services utilize video communication and blockchain technology, and the ministry's achievements are in line with UAE's 2025 digital government strategy. Definitely powerful news. And the digital transformation was driven by a comprehensive and innovative digital system, and remote marriage services were introduced, simplifying user interactions and minimizing paperwork, and video conferencing and blockchain were employed for 99% of digital power of attorney generations, and Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum's 2021 directive aimed for 80% of court cases to be done remotely, and looks like that number has been achieved. And the ministry's report on 2023 services highlighted the 95% remote court cases accomplishment, and Abdullah bin Sultan bin Awad Al Nuaimi, the Ministry of Justice, emphasized customer-centric services, and the ministry introduced a rapid digital issuing power of attorney within 10 minutes. Initially for lawyers, it expanded to cover car, stock, real estate, dispute licensing, and court cases, and case powers, and blockchain technology, as you know, played a crucial role in generating digital power of attorneys. And as we know, blockchain ensures secure, tamper-proof records of power of attorney transactions, and the digital transactions reflect the government's goals and leadership directives, and the achievements underscore the ministry's commitment to enhance user experience, and these advancements are pivotal in achieving the UAE's digital future and service efficiency. So definitely brilliant use case. Now guys, let's discuss the second news, and that is regarding an event that is taking place with reference to artificial intelligence. And the event, guys, is called as TimeAI Summit, and the website is timesaisummit.com. And TimeAI Summit unites tech giants and visionaries to shape artificial intelligence future in Dubai, and that is held at Le Méridien Dubai Hotel and Conference Center, and plans to foster knowledge, exchange and collaboration. And artificial intelligence, as you know, is a transformative 21st century force, revolutionizing industries and improving lives globally. And Dubai has embraced artificial intelligence, becoming a hub for cutting-edge technologies and innovation, and the summit hosts influential speakers from various sectors sharing artificial intelligence insights and visions, and notable speakers include experts from Accenture, Tencent Cloud, Ernst & Young Law, and quite a lot of other, and there will be sessions that will feature engaging keynotes, panel discussions, and workshops on artificial intelligence trends and applications, and attendees will be able to connect, collaborate, and network with potential partners, investors, and clients. And guys, listen, the event accelerates artificial intelligence innovation and collaboration among artificial intelligence companies, technology pioneers, and entrepreneurs as well. And the summit offers opportunity to stay at the forefront of artificial intelligence dynamic advancements, and it is a pivotal moment for artificial intelligence enthusiasts, industry leaders, and entrepreneurs. And attendees, guys, can secure participation via tickets and explore sponsorship opportunities as well. And so far as the event is concerned, guys, it takes place at Le Méridien Dubai Hotel, and that takes place between the 4th and 5th of October of this year. And the hashtag, guys, is hashtag TimesAI Summit. So listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information, drop me an email, and also go ahead and check out the website. And I'm pretty much sure, guys, at the panel discussion and keynotes, they're going to find out ways how blockchain technology merges with artificial intelligence and vice versa. So those were the news, guys, from Crypto and Coffee Date from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about the metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series. where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's get started with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Raj who asks, should UAE companies or government launch stablecoins? 100% yes, Raj, and as a matter of fact, I'm pretty much sure I did actually cover this news in one of the Crypto and Coffee Date session, and if I'm not mistaken, I did actually answer to one of the questions similar to that. But yes, I do feel that one of the UAE companies can actually go ahead and launch a stablecoin. Now mind you, when you talk about the volume, you're talking about billions of dollars, but to be honest, knowing the number of high net worthy individuals and the financial money that is available in UAE, I definitely do think it is possible. And to be honest, Raj, look, when you talk about UAE and Dubai in particular, the technological advancements are definitely there, and I really would be curious to check if a stablecoin is actually launched within the UAE. And knowing the UAE government support and also focusing on regulations, it could also be possible that they might be able to offer full transparency so far as the audit reports of stablecoins is concerned, and that, to be honest, might just put Dubai and UAE right at number one position so far as technology is concerned, and even so far as cryptocurrency and Web 3.0 is concerned. So definitely brilliant question. And it's so critical, Raj, to truly understand one of the biggest drawbacks about stablecoins is the audit report, and whenever there is some notorious news, maybe facts or even rumors, that could actually completely toggle the whole stablecoins. So when we talk about, let's say, Terra Luna, I really am not sure if that was a rumor or if it was a fact, but because of the news, people actually got worried and they actually started withdrawing the funds. That was kind of similar to what happens to a bank run, and the exact same thing actually happened to FTX as well. Now let's say, so far as UAE is concerned, if the government does actually go ahead and launch its own stablecoin, I think it will be an absolute brilliant use case. But the big question is, why would the government go ahead and launch stablecoins when they're actually going ahead and planning for central bank digital currency? So that is definitely an area that needs to be touched upon. So definitely a brilliant question. Or could it be possible, Raj, that let's say, UAE, along with other countries, let's say from South Korea, Singapore, they go ahead and launch stablecoins that can be utilized not just within a specific region, but it's completely open source and they do follow the ethos of open blockchain. I do feel that be an absolutely brilliant use case as well. But to answer your question, yes, I do feel and I do think that a UAE company or a government or a semi-government entity should go ahead and launch a stablecoin from the UAE. I definitely do think so that is possible. So thank you so much for that question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series in Blockchain DXB. In case if you have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about Metaverse. And guys, listen, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And guys, remember, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And now the series of episodes on the Crypto and Coffee Date works is we usually cover some top news and information pertaining to the browser of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And what you listen to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening and have a nice one. Bye-bye.